Chris Chinnock here for Display Central in the E-Ink booth at Display Week. Today, E-Ink's got a whole bunch of different products we're going to go through from station to station and just give you a quick summary of what they're talking about. What we're looking at here is that the top two displays are brand new products. These are 32-inch models that have been developed in cooperation with a company called GDS. GDS is a sign system integrator that they actually announced a partnership with about a year ago. So this is kind of, I don't know if it's the first, but one of the fruits of that effort. On the left is a monochrome version of the display, and on the right is a color version. The color version has a little bit bigger pixels, allows you to get more color, more reflectivity. Obviously, it's not a very saturated color display, but it does have some amount of color. This is a kind of a novel product. A company called 1224 is the company. This was shown at CES, and they're going to be actually it's not quite available yet, but they're going to be taking orders now for Q4 deliveries. I recall $299, and people have already asked for these very quickly. It's a clock that has a very clever mount system, and it just deploys very nicely. Mobile products that they're showing. This one is for a Galaxy S4 or S5. It's a case basically that goes for your phone, and it has a little e-ink screen over here that will replicate what is on your phone. I personally would like to have this one because I have this phone, and it would be very handy for checking my email because it does drain the battery. So that's a very handy price. This costs about how much, Giovanni? $60, $70 for something like this. This is the first generation Yoda phone. Again, the same kind of concept that you can take. This is now integrated, not in a case, but you have a full function smartphone on this side, and which can do screen capture on the other side. Actually, a very nice way to do it with a single finger swipe to do the screen capture. And again, kind of use the E-Ink low power device to do things during the day and save battery. They've also got some other watches that have come to market here. Things like this, the Casio, the Epson watch over here, which has been out for a while. They've now kind of redesigned a little bit to add some I guess functionality or style, I guess is the right word, in the band here. And I guess from a trend point of view, they kind of see three kind of market categories here. First generation being things that connect or just replicate the phone or the device in terms of smartphones, and then things that actually use the power of the smartphone to work with the wearable device. So that becomes kind of function over style, and the third phase might be style over function, and maybe the Epson being an example of that, although it's not particularly a smart device at this point. Let's move on. Okay, over here in the e-reader section of the E-Ink booth, e-readers remain the most highest volume product for the company, with electronic shelf labels being number 2. We'll talk about that in a minute. So they've had some introductions last fall for the Kindle White product in particular. And as well, this product, this is the Sony, what do they call it? The Sony Digital Paper Solution or System. This was introduced last fall, I believe, quickly sold out. They're now doing a second production run, and we'll bring this to the U.S. It's very nice. It's large A4 paper size, as you can see. Has document management software built in, pen capabilities, nice erase. It's the software that really makes this work very well, of course, and rugged, long lifetime, all those obvious benefits with an e-paper display. About $1,100. Let's take a look at shelf labels. Okay, here they're showing a bunch of electronic shelf labels for a retail application, as you can see, for merchandising. Now, there's a number of reasons why you might want to do this in a store, either if you're a grocery or a consumer electronics or a clothing. One is you can have quick and rapid updating of those prices to react to what's happening on the web or matching prices kinds of things. So that will be important for a number of companies. And this is all wireless, so you can have a PC that sits somewhere else, wirelessly connects to these electronic shelf labels from the database. This is also becoming the number 2 market for them right now. They sold, I think, let me check my notes here. They sold about 12 million of these electronic shelf readers in 2013 and expect to sell about 20 million in 2014. So that's a lot of these things, and probably on the order of $1 or so per device on average. Oh, they're not talking about the price. Okay. Let's see what else they got. And last but not least, we're looking at here is a new development area in electronic shelf labeling for luggage. So the idea here is that you would put this luggage tag on your device. It has this e-ink display on it. It has RFID that can be read from about 30 feet or so, and it will display a barcode, so it can go through optical scanners as well. They're actually piloting this with a couple of airports, at least 2, one in the UK, Heathrow, and the US as well. And obviously this only works if the flyer has this on their baggage, but it would allow the airline to track your bag very, very accurately and carefully. I mean, just like a UPS package, essentially. But the question is, how do you incentivize consumers to buy these devices? Well, what they're trying to do is talk to the airlines to basically give these away, and perhaps it might start with your frequent flyers or your premium members as a giveaway, another benefit of membership, if you will. Down below, they're also showing this is a diabetic meter, and they have recently replaced the LCD display with the e-ink display. This has become very popular and actually very difficult to get a hold of right now. You have to be this has to be consigned to you depending on where you live. So this is going to be actually a very good product for them. They expect sales of perhaps even 1 million units a year. So very interesting kind of new applications. And that's pretty much the story. As you can see, lots of new products, kind of expanding the ecosystem here. Chris Janock for Display Central.